Genetic testing is really important if you're a person who believes that knowledge is power about your health status.
A genetic test can find mutations in your genes. A mutation in the BRCA gene puts you at a higher risk of developing breast cancer and some other cancers.
We all have these genes, one from your mother and one from your father. Saying someone is BRCA positive means they have inherited from either a mother or a father a mutation in this gene, so it does not function. If a cell has damage in the DNA, it can spiral out of control and form cancer.
Studies suggest if you have a BRCA gene mutation, your risk of getting breast cancer is 60 to 80% higher. Dr. Port's patient, 31-year-old Allie Edelstein, got genetic testing in her 20s. Her aunt died young from breast cancer, and as a Jewish woman of European descent, her risk is greater.
I got the genetic testing results back, and I was BRCA1 positive. I was able to make an informed decision for my future that I needed to have a bilateral prophylactic double mastectomy. For me, that was a no-brainer.
Allie's risk for developing breast cancer was greater than 50%, and while some patients may choose intensive screenings like MRIs, she opted for surgery.
We're not going to just go and keep wishing every 6 months that they don't find something when the percentage of getting breast cancer is so high.
In Allie's case, the BRCA1 gene mutation was inherited from her father. Now she's breaking the cycle of passing it down to her children. IVF can be a game changer, women opting to only implant embryos that are BRCA-free.
I was able to freeze embryos and have them pre-genetically tested, and if they had the BRCA1 mutation, I left those to the side and implanted a BRCA-free baby via IVF.
That would ensure that the BRCA gene is not passed down.
8-month-old baby Chase is BRCA-free and won't be able to pass it down to future generations.
So the BRCA1 mutation stops with me. I was able to act upon it, and I'm able to remove it from the rest of my family. A BRCA-free baby is just, it's the best gift I can give, I think.
Well, we're very happy to have with us Dr. Port, along with our friend and breast cancer survivor warrior, Jill Martin. Good morning, both of you. Let's talk about this genetic testing, because a lot of people might think, well, I don't have a family history, but there's definitely more to it than you might think.
There certainly is. Number one, it's very important to know that it's not only a history of breast cancer or ovarian cancer. There are other cancers that are related to the gene. Pancreatic, melanoma, male breast cancer, prostate cancer. So examine your family history closely for those cancers as well. Also, there are people with extremely small families. Yeah. If your father doesn't have any sisters, for example, how can you have a family history when there's so few women in your family? So you got to be very, very mindful of what family history means.
Jill, you've become such an advocate since 2 years ago, I believe. Yes. Since you were diagnosed, and you maintain that genetic testing saved your life.
Well, I mean, I had a clean mammogram and sonogram, but as you always say, no test is perfect. Mm-hmm. And so had I not gotten this gene test, a spit test that takes less than 30 seconds in between Zoom calls, I wouldn't be sitting here today. The cancer was on the move. And so I'm stressing to everybody, ask your doctors, get genetically tested. And, you know, no parent is giving a child. I had a 60 to 90% chance of getting breast cancer. No parent is going to give the child that odds. So now we have testing.
Yeah, I mean, there have been such great strides just seeing the patient there who's able to, with genetic testing, take it out of her family history. Yes. That's just an incredible thing. But Jill, I mean, it was the BRCA gene was on your father's side, right? A lot of people might think, oh, my mom is clear. Men need to get tested too.
Well, my mom had breast cancer and she was clear. And then they said, what about your dad? And I said, there's no cancer on my dad's side. And so here we are.
I think that is one of the most important messages. As you heard in the video before, the gene can be passed down through either a mother or a father's side. So be vigilant of cancer history on both sides, and even if there's not, think about getting tested.
And just one thing, if you're afraid, a lot of people who are here today, a lot of people, friends and family, who I'm so grateful, who are afraid to get tested, I'm saying it and ringing the bell right now. getting cancer, going through chemo and radiation and mastectomies and surgeries, and Lorna, a survivor, everyone surrounded here, you do not want to go through cancer. Get genetically tested, do whatever you can, take knowledge into your own hands.
Dr. Port, anyone who's watching or listening, anyone who should maybe not get genetically tested, any downside, any risks?
I don't think there is, because, you know, the fears we used to have about insurance and not getting coverage after that, those have largely disappeared. I think the only cautionary thing is be careful about the age. You don't want to test children. You want kids to be kids.
Yeah.
We typically recommend starting testing at around age 25, because that's the age where you start screening. To start testing before then, when you're not going to do anything anyway. By the way, the risk of getting cancer below the age of 25 is incredibly rare. So 25 and after that, but not before then. That's the only risk.
Is it expensive to get these genetic tests, and does insurance pay for them?
It's not expensive anymore, Savannah. It used to be thousands of dollars, so you're right, that used to be a big barrier. It's not anymore. And they've also broadened the criteria for genetic testing that's covered by insurance. So whether you are or you're not, either it's covered by insurance or it's incredibly accessible cost-wise now, even if you're not.
Jill, as we sit here right now, how do you feel? You look great. How you doing?
I mean, thank you. I'm not in chemo. I'm not in radiation. I've done my surgeries. I'm on 2 safety net pills that I call my best friends that I thank every morning. I feel extremely grateful. It's been hard, and life is calendarized before and after cancer. But I am so grateful for the Today Show and our platform and everyone here, survivors and everyone here who has come together to say, like, this can stop. Use technology. Let's stop it, and let's try to prevent as many. No other family should have to watch them go through what I went through.
It's pretty incredible what you've done, and you've been such an advocate. Thank you, Jill, for that. And Dr. Port, your hero, right? Your surgeon right there. Thank you so much for being by her side and ours as well. Al, we'll send it over to you.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. My mom was a 2-time breast cancer survivor. We know how important that all is. And great having all these ladies here as well. Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC, or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.